before he ended up facing charges.
Posts videos of himself to YouTube.
What up, Brah? What up, brahs? It is a blustery, windy day here in Texas. The cold weather is coming, brahs, and I'm not happy about it. But you know, what can you do? I can't fight it. It just happens. So yeah, that sucks. But today is pretty nice. It's like 80-something degrees. It's just super windy, and like it looks like it's gonna rain, and it did rain on me a little bit. But anyway, today's video, it's Q&A, brahs. I like doing a Q&A at least once a year, just to see what the brahs want to know about, or you know, I don't know. This road is so slick. Anyway, so I'm just gonna answer. I picked out 11. At first I had Jared pick out the questions. Sorry, Jared. I hated all the questions he picked out pretty much, besides a few. And then I was like, whatever, I'll pick out the questions. So then I pick out the questions, and I don't know. I like the questions pretty good this time, but I almost want to just do it again just to see what I'd get a second time, because it's always different, you know. Not that any of you brahs just don't know how to ask good questions. It's just I need questions that are good for a video. You know, if somebody asks my favorite color, it's not a very good video of me talking about purple. And it's purple. And it's purple. You know what I mean? There's just not a whole lot to say there. Don't mind me, brahs. I'm just out here on my supermoto. Man, I missed that bike. Actually, Riley rebuilt it and all. It's been good, but the water pump started leaking, so now it's parked waiting for the water pump. Messy. Anyway, let's get to the first question. What advice do you have for young men? And the brah says he's 20. So to the 20-year-old brah, if I know this is so deep, immediately deep. Maybe we shouldn't start with the deep one. We're starting with the deep one. My advice to like you young guys and you young women, the few of you that are in here, try to be the best at whatever it is you're doing. If you don't know what you want to do in your life and stuff, and you're just working at whatever, Whataburger, being a fry cook like SpongeBob, be the best fry cook you can possibly be. Just whatever you're doing, be the best that you can possibly be at it, because even if you don't like what you're doing, it's like, yeah, I definitely don't want to work here the rest of my life at Whataburger or whatever. Just the mindset of trying to be really good at it, it's just a good life kind of, what do you call that, a trait? It's not a trait. Hold on. My mind's gone blank. I haven't eaten, brahs. This never really works if I don't eat and then I try to ride and make a video, and it doesn't matter what I'm doing, but we're doing it today, brahs. I don't want to eat till after. Habit. The word is habit. Anyway, it's a good habit to be in, and then for anybody that ever sees you out and about in life and sees that you're doing your best no matter what you're doing, that can help you and give you opportunities to do other things. Like, you might be, you know, somebody might see you doing something, whatever your job is, you don't really like, and they see how dedicated, how well you do it, and then they might be looking for someone to do some type of job or some type of work for them that might really be worth your time, right? And because they got to see you and see how dedicated you were, it intrigued them to offer you a job or let you know about it or something along those lines, right? Like, there's like a bunch of reasons why it's good, and then you should just always do the best you can with whatever you're doing anyway. That's the only way to do life, brahs. Never sit around and complain about life. Do the best you can with whatever you're doing. Be the best you can be, and it will open opportunity for you. Gay son or thought daughter? We should have just started with that one. Gay son all day. Hands down gay son. Because at least the gay son isn't getting ran through, right? He's gay, right? But hey, I mean, chances of him getting married to some dude, some nice feller, you know, and staying married, way higher than it is for a man and a woman to be married, and definitely a girl and a girl to be married. So, You know, at least I know he'll have a more stable life, but the thought daughter is going to be ruined, you know? She's going to be ran through and straight up ruined. And there's like no helping her. There's no helping a thought daughter. They're screwed. Next question is, how do you get so many ladies? Look at these cowgirls. Yeehaw, sister. Oh hey, it's a daggum your ass. Jared, zoom in on it, the red thing. It's a Lamborghini truck with a V10, Brah. And then it's something about pickup lines. You gotta get pickup lines. I don't do pickup lines. Whoa! Whoa! I just got hit with a massive gust of wind. That scared me. Woo, I'm hanging on. Or at least with one hand. I don't have any good pickup lines, right? If I see a girl and whatever, I strictly go off of charm and conversation. Like, I actually got to talk to them. And I read the room, right? So say like it's DMs, right? That's mostly where I get girls to go on rides with me and dates or anything, right? I think all my girlfriends, besides one, yeah, it's all been like DMs. I read the room, right? If they post something on their story or I don't know, something, right? And I look at it and I think of something funny or clever to say about it in a flirtatious manner. And then I just do that. And then you just rinse and repeat like 1,000 times. And then out of 1,000, you'll get at least 2. At least 2 girls that reciprocate. And then at least out of those 1,000, one of them will actually want to hang out with you or talk to you. The odds aren't very good, but if you do it enough times, it works. I'm not that talented, but I'm persistent, so as long as you keep trying, eventually you'll get one, Brahs. Women are tricksy, okay? They're very tricksy. They don't know what they want, and they definitely don't want you. So you gotta be like, you gotta be sneaky about it. You gotta whoa them with some words, and they'll be like, whoa, that was really funny. I quite like that. I kind of want him to say something to me again, and then you go from there. He really wanted to wave. I mean, he threw the hand up. Career before stunning, YouTube, Plan B. Plan B. Ray, you say that as if you assume this was Plan A. All this is chance. You clicking on this video and watch it today, chance. Me being on YouTube, making content like this, just chance. It's like nothing here has been planned, Brahs. It just happened. It just happened the way it happened, the way that it did, because it did. Really didn't mean for any of it to happen. And then it's not like I sat here and said, okay, I'm gonna do YouTube, you know, for the next 5 years, and then I'm gonna start selling pizza or something. It's just, you know, it just happened like that. I just went with it, and that's gonna be the whole deal. I'm gonna go with it until it doesn't go anymore, and then I'll do something else. And I don't know what. Wheeling into the wind is not ideal. I could not keep it straight. But with it pushing me, it's actually real nice. Clutch in, baby. Hey YouTube, this is a private parking lot and I can wheelie here, you know, in case Jared didn't put it up on the screen, which I'm sure he did. But yeah, there's no plan B, Brah. There's not even a plan A. There's just a plan here. Which, I'm not saying that's the smartest thing. I probably should have some plans and stuff, but really, I'm just rolling with it and just seeing what happens. I'm kind of curious. Life is fun, you know? I'm keeping it that way. I'm not gonna get too complicated. Alright, we're gonna jump. Hold on, Brahs. Oh, it's fun. Which part did you start on? Also, what is your favorite video? That's one of the channel moderators right there, Brah. Mr. Spider Brah. I started on the old Gixxer 750. Not ideal. Not ideal, would not recommend, but that's what I did, and I managed to survive. But yeah, and I'm not even talking the old 750, I'm talking a new one, a 2014 750. Not ideal. It was a miracle I made it. That thing was scary fast For a first bike, that's just a horrific bike to have. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. It's so fast. But yeah, and my favorite YouTube video is the one that I have. If you like go to my channel page on YouTube, Jared put up like a picture of the channel page, like when you just click, if you type in Brah and then click on the channel. It's the video I have posted up. It's the Colorado road trip video. I just think it's a beautiful video. I'd love to recreate one like that one day, but you know, with some 4K instead of 1080. It's just, I don't know, it's a beautiful video, it's a beautiful song. It's just, I love Colorado, so ooh, it's just awesome. Anyway, that has to be my favorite video that I like edited and made, right? I just left on the trip with the intention of making that video, and I just did it, and it turned out great. Which I think I could even do it better if I did it again, but we'll see if I ever do it again. What keeps you riding? I really used to enjoy it before everyone needed to be famous. Yeah, that's an interesting statement right there. Used to really enjoy it before everybody that rode needed to be famous. And it's so true. It's like a plague. For whatever reason, people feel the need to be like super famous on the internet now, and it's become like trendy to ride just to be like famous. Me and some old YouTubers were talking about that, and some older gentlemen my age. Mr. Why Not Ride, we were talking about that. Do It With Dan, we were talking about that. Me and Jake talked about it a little bit. It's just weird now that there's so many people that just want to ride just to post content and become popular. They just see it as an easy way to do it, to where now it's just so heavily saturated with people that don't really do anything particularly interesting, but make some interesting reels with some words and stuff and just get famous. And I can see how you'd say that you find it annoying, because now you just ride around and like everybody you meet, they're like some kind of something, and it's like, what happened to just people that just rode? But for me personally, I don't really care about any of that. I just love riding. I've always loved riding. There's nothing that's ever going to make me not love riding. I'll ride. If I never post a video again past this one, best believe I'm riding. And that's just what I like. It's what I've always liked. So that's why we're here now. Just because I like it too much. I'll tell you what, some of y'all are sissies. This is so much fun. Any moment the bike could just slide out and go down, or we could just fall over a cliff. You just never know what can happen. Your biggest accomplishment? What plans do you have for the future? I think my biggest accomplishment is really just you guys. If you really think about it, you know, not too many people can, there's lots of people that can obtain an audience on short-term content. It's pretty easy. I mean, y'all know I started a short channel. My short channel is bigger than my YouTube channel. It almost has 400,000 subscribers. I haven't posted anything on it for a year, and it still gets like, I think like around 3 million views a month, which on my main Brah channel we do about 1 million views a month. So you know what I mean, like it's super easy to just post short videos because that's just what people just mindlessly swipe on. You can get subscribers and views from it. But what is accomplishment is when you get fans that tune into videos like this. I'm averaging like at least somewhere around 40,000. Sometimes there's a video that just does bad and does 30, but for the most part we're around like 40,000 people that really just want to see the video, whatever it is, which is a crazy feat. That's a lot of people. That's a whole lot of people just to want to come in and listen to me yap about whatever it is I'm yapping about. I feel like that's probably my biggest accomplishment, because I would call that, you know, whatever, my career, right? I don't know. That's not what I feel about it. Like, I feel like that's probably the biggest accomplishment, just because, yeah, it's just so hard to do now. You can't get people to watch long form content really. So the fact that I can is, I feel like it's a pretty good accomplishment. And plans for the future, I don't know. I think it went back to the plan A, or you know, plan B or whatever type thing. Like what I'm doing now is what I'm going to keep doing. We're going to keep pushing the envelope on YouTube to see what we can get away with posting. Yeah, just keep on trying to grow the brand. Street Killer, I want to grow that merch brand to be its own thing eventually, but we're just not there yet. We're close though. It's doing pretty good. So thank you, Brahs. Please keep buying the merch. Y'all should be seeing this, I think. I don't know when you're going to see this. Oh, you might see it Friday. Well, whatever. November 1st is when the big merch drop happens. It's the end of the year merch drop. Street Killers, okay? It's all the Street Killer stuff. And all in hoodie form. So the Colorado's Most Wanted mugshot, only Brahs, whatever, there's a hoodie. There's going to be a hoodie for it now, for all those shirts. And those shirts will be back on the website as well. And I think even the Willie for Latinas, like, all of it will be back on the website. So you'll be able to buy everything that you might have missed out on, or you just might want a hoodie for the shirt that you got, right? So anyway, that's November 1st to the 15th, and then it closes. So that way, so it's open for 2 weeks. It's a long time, but that way, everybody should be able to get their stuff before Christmas. So all you, all 10 of you girls out here watching your videos because your boyfriend makes you, remember that so that you can get him one and get it to him for Christmas. Okay, next question is, what's your goal for riding this year? Which I'm assuming means like my riding, you know, experience kind of goal, like what I'm doing on my bikes. And I really want circles. I really want circles. So I want to be able to do circle wheelies on my stunt bike, my Supermoto, and maybe even this. So that's what I'm really trying to work on. The 636 is broken at the moment, but it's getting fixed, the stunt bike. And once that gets fixed, I'm gonna be trying to go to the lot more to get stuff down. I've been practicing stoppies with this bike, and I'm gonna practice circles with the stunt bike and the Supermoto and try to get those down. It's just the last like doorstep, whatever you want to call that, in stunning. Like, you know, once you have circles, then once you can do wheelies, stoppies, circles, then you can do everything stunt related, right? It's just extra tricks on that. So yeah, I want to be able to do circles so that I can start trying like certain tricks that involve being at a circle wheelie, you know. Alright, question after that one. It's a very serious question. Jared will post it on the screen, and I'm not going to say what it is, but you see it, because language. The answer is always booty.
Booty. Having some booty was more important than drinking water.
It's because, like, if you really think about it, for women, right? If they ain't got, like, if they have, like, I'm talking, like, you know, if they're like this in the front, right? Okay, yeah, you know. But if they have a little something, but just have a nice booty, you know? Like, you can't fix that, right? It's always pretty face, small waist, big booty, thighs, you know, titties, Titties are great, and if you can get one that has a booty and titties, great, right? But if you had to just pick one, like if you had this girl with like a flat back and some titties, but then one with a booty and just very small titties, oh, all day booty, all day. Which conveniently is the build of pretty much every Latina. I don't know if y'all have noticed that. Nah, I lie. There's some that have hybrid mode. There's some that have like titties and stuff, but it seems like most of them just have like legs and booty. Especially if they're from, like, you know, Honduras or El Salvador, or, you know, those down yonder, the best ones, Brahs. The best ones. Okay, let's check another question. Let's see if I can get another question before the bike stops rolling. Favorite Joji song? Die For You. Hands down. Die For You. Dude, I don't know if you could play that, but if you could play, like, you know, 2 seconds, then cool. It's just a beautiful song. It's trippy sounding. It's kind of like, it's like a late night song you really want to listen to at night. At least I do. Alright, hold on, Brahs. We're gonna wheelie up this hill. Or my name ain't Jictor Brah. Alright, ain't gonna work. Traction control going crazy. I gotta turn that off. Alright, final question, Brahs. Let me pop it back out. Last question, and a very good one, a very deep one. Hardest thing you've had to deal with being a role model in the bike community? It's a great question, Brahs. Great question. So, I think the hardest thing about being a role model of the bike community is how hard and fast anybody will jump on any singular rumor they hear about me with no evidence at all and believe it. I think that's the worst part about being a role model. Any of y'all are on TikTok, y'all might have seen some stuff, which I'm not going to touch on it at all, besides this little bit, because it's the only thing it's worth talking about. But there's certain people that tend to find things that they hear about and then they have no actual proof of anything, but they insist on talking about it and making a video about it and yapping about it to try to paint me in a bad light, which is just, I don't know, I think that's the worst part, because it's like, it's like, I don't know. I just hate being accused of something that I didn't do, because they have no proof to prove that I did it, and then I have no proof to prove that I didn't do it because I didn't do it, right? If I don't walk across the street, I can't prove that I didn't walk across the street, or I can't prove, yeah, you get what I'm saying? I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say that. There's no way to disprove something when someone's accusing you of something they have no proof of. Does that make sense? That's what I hate. I think it's my biggest thing about being a quote-unquote role model, which it doesn't really happen. There's just 2 instances off the top of my head that started some silly drama that I really couldn't do anything about, because false allegations, just can't really do anything about it, because, you know, proof is in the pudding. But I'll say this, Brahs, if you don't see physical evidence of anything, don't believe it. And I'm not talking about for me, I'm talking about just in general. It's not smart. You look like an idiot, because anybody can say Jimmy John did this and that, but unless there's any sort of, if there's no proof showing that Jimmy John did it, then you probably shouldn't believe it, and then you should probably look at the other person and think of some kind of motive behind why they would say such a thing. When it involves popular people on the internet, there's always people that are just going to hate on you because they hate you for whatever personal reasons, and then they want to latch onto anything to try to make you look bad or bring you down in some kind of way. Which hasn't happened in the slightest. Obviously, if it did, I probably would have talked about it, but it hasn't, so there's no point. I'm going to give attention to people that don't deserve it, and I'd rather just make videos that entertain you guys more so than anything. I don't want to tell you about some silly drama. And people love drama. Like, if I titled a video of some of the things I get accused of and just talked about it, I'd get all kinds of views and all kinds of people going after and bad-mouthing the people that have started the rumors and stuff, right? But that just starts a bunch of drama, and I don't want a bunch of drama. All I know is I've never done anything that any of these people claim, so why would I talk about it? That's what it comes down to. But anyway, that's as much as I'm going to touch on that. But yeah, just don't do that, guys. You look dumb. You gotta have proof. There's gotta be proof, especially if they're wildly outrageous allegations. You cannot be believing anything anybody tells you. The last question, which I couldn't find it for some reason, maybe Jared can, but it was are you happy? And I love this question because I don't know, it's like it could be such a short answer, but it's such a deep, long answer. It's a question that a lot of people struggle with nowadays, I feel like, because a lot of people aren't happy. There's just a lot of drama in the world, and people are hurt for no reason now, and people are hurt for very legitimate reasons, and it's some people just mentally, like, one of the things that's awesome about, like, our modern society is that we have luxuries just unheard of in time. Like, we have it so easy now. Even if you're poor, you're doing just fine for the most part. Back in the day, if you were poor, you were starving to death. But now you could be poor and obese in America, which is just crazy, but that's how it is. So anyway, because of that, people struggle with mental illness now more than anything, and it's hard to be happy because you hardly have the struggles of making things comfortable to give yourself that happiness. Now you just have like a stale medium where you're comfortably numb, pretty much. I feel like all Americans for the most part are just like comfortably numb. So sometimes it's hard for certain people to be happy. Me personally, I put myself in situations that make me uncomfortable so that I know what it's like to be happy. And know what it's like to not have something and have it. Like, my AC broke in the truck, and I left it broken for, like, ever. Like, I kept trying to fix it myself, even though I had the means to pay someone to fix it. And eventually I did fix it. It took a long time. But, like, me just sweating in my truck driving around makes me happy in a weird way, because I know it's not going to last. Eventually I'll fix the AC and it'll be real nice, and how nice is it to have AC? Simple things like that, for me personally, keep me in check to why I don't end up feeling just sad or whatever. over just nothing, right? Because realistically, like, because even if I don't have AC in my truck and it's 100 degrees in Texas, I could still crack the windows and get in my truck and travel somewhere that would have taken me forever on a bicycle. You know what I mean? Or walking, right? If it took me a couple hours walking, but because I had my truck, it was a 20-minute drive and I got to go eat some fast food that's greasy and delicious. And you know what I mean? Just the fact that I get to do that and I have to suffer through a little bit of heat, to me just makes me laugh, and I go, wow, it's kind of awesome. Like, you know, I really have nothing to complain about, even though my AC is not working. I try to have that mindset with everything, right? So that's how I keep about everything. If I crash, I don't die. I'm like, yeah, I'm alive. I'm beat up, you know, but I'm fine, right? Whatever you could turn any sort of bad situation or negative thing into something positive, you should most definitely do it. It'll make your life 1,000 times better. Don't ever complain about anything, Brahs, and be thankful for everything. Write that down. Somebody write it down. Jared, write it down on screen. Don't complain about anything. Be thankful for everything. And yeah, I'm happy, Brah. I'm very happy. Although wintertime's coming, seasonal depression, let's go. I beat it last year. I remember I made it all the way in the middle of winter, and I was like, hey, I never felt like I wanted to stay inside and cry. Not that I ever wanted to stay inside and cry, but you get what I'm saying. Like I never felt super sad about the fact that it was super cold. So hopefully we can do it this year too, because that'd be nice. I hate being depressed almost just because it's cold outside, but yeah. But that's it, Brahs, and I hope y'all are happy, Brahs. I hope y'all are happy, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you didn't, there's a dislike button that I'll never see if you dislike it, but by cracking you can do it. You know what I'm saying? If you're just real mad at the video, dislike it. Ah! Yellow light! Emergency turn, Brahs. Emergency turn. Hold on. Hold on. I had to get on the gas, Brahs. Otherwise, I would have floated all the way over here. I didn't want to block traffic. Anyway, that's the end of the video, Brahs. That's the end of it. The end of it, when Jared runs the thing where he posts the news guide, he's like, he's still speeding! Oh, I love that guy. That guy cracks me up. He's still posting videos of himself speeding. He's still doing it! Roll the outro, Jed!
His YouTube page continues to post videos of himself speeding.